Dave Palumbo here with another product review. I received these in the mail. These are called Bear Grips. They're gloves to the gym to work out with. You know, back in the day, I used to wear gloves, and I'll tell you why. Not because I was a wimp or anything like that, but because I would lift such heavy weight with the bars that were so gnarled that I would get calluses that were so bad and severe across my hands that they would literally be peeling all the time, and it just looked horrendous. It looked terrible. So I started wearing gloves to protect my hands. And you know, some of the gloves that were full gloves really, you know, were not very practical because you couldn't really touch things with them. These gloves actually are great because during these COVID times, you want a full glove. You don't want to have your fingers sticking out because you want to protect it from bacteria. But then they also have these, your index finger has a special glove here so you can use your phone and still be able to touch things. Not that you should be using your phone while you work out anyway, but if you had to, you don't have to take your gloves off. Also, these gloves obviously come in various sizes. This is a double extra large, which is usually what I wear, but I still feel it's a little small on me. Now, I don't know if they're running small. I probably need a triple extra large. I have a big hand, but you might want to order one size bigger than what you normally wear because these do seem a little bit small for me, but they're comfortable. They're super, super durable right here in the palm, which is where you need it, where I showed you the protection from the gnarling of the bar right here, and then the palm of your hand. Here's another portion that I used to get a lot of peeling as well and callus buildup here. So where you need it, it's very protective. They're very light gloves. They're not, and that's another thing I didn't like because I used to sweat a lot when I would train. These things whisk moisture away. They're very light, they're breathable. I wore them the other day just to do a workout, and I was doing some yard work in them, believe it or not, and they actually felt really good, and my hands didn't get all sweaty feeling. They actually cooled down pretty good. They're stylish. I like the Bear Grips little logo on there and the little BG on here. I like this little flap that kind of covers like this inner part of my hand right here, because a lot of times the gloves don't go that far and you can get rubbing on certain movements that you grab. So that's good. And also, even though these gloves are a little small, they kind of cover this upper part of your wrist, which is important. I'll tell you why, because most of us who train, when we do back and pulling movements, we wear straps. And the straps, a lot of times, I used to get calluses around this part of my wrist, and when I would tan myself with like Pro-Tan or whatever, Jantan or whatever I used back in the day, I would get because it was callus there, I would get a dark band around my wrist. So this is good because it kind of protects that also from pull down. So they're very, very, they're really good. And they're, like I said, there's not many gloves that I like, but they're so light fitting and they're comfortable that I actually wear them around just because like I think they look stylish too. Sometimes, you know, style, you know, is helpful to making people want to put these things on when you go to the gym, because you don't want to wear something that kind of looks like, you know, dirty or anything like that. So I think Bear Grips did a great job. The website is beargrips.com. You can check out it, and they tell you how to measure your hand to get the proper sizing. Once again, my hand might just be a little too big for their big size, but I would use these, and I have been using these actually. And not that I lift heavy weights the way I used to, but you know what? Who needs calluses on the hands when you can avoid them? Once again, you got your fingertips, so if you need to use your phone and you need to do some videos, you can do it, and you're gonna be able to use the touch screen, no problem. Once again, I'm not going to a public gym, but if you're going to a public gym, this is great because you don't have to worry about germs on your hands, and then you can kind of take these off and you can always clean them up afterwards. What I do with my gloves is rather than put them in the washing machine, is I usually just take like some alcohol and I kind of just wipe them down, or you can use like Windex or something like that, just if you want to like kind of antibacterial them. I don't know if that's what Bear Grips suggests or not. That's my my ghetto way of doing it. But once again, I love getting stuff in the mail. I love getting free products to sample, especially when they're really good, and it's my pleasure to give this a really positive review. Check out beargrips.com and get your gloves today.